Lionel Nelson here, and welcome to A Father's Note, promoting fathers through building men.
What else you got for us as far as another attribute of a great father?
So, like I said, I think love is definitely one of the attributes that a father has to have, and we would say, okay, duh, but I think sometimes when it comes to parenting, especially if we're parenting more than one child, sometimes that love that we express towards our children can be so watered down and so fickle. And I at least, again, I'm going to speak from experience. I've always loved my family. I love them deeply, but I think there was times when I was growing as a believer and as a man and as a father, I went about showing that love the wrong way. Sometimes my love was abusive. I thought that what I said was best for you. And while it might have been best, it was served on a trash can lid. So while it might have been cheesecake and it might have been the best steak, a nice piece of salmon, you like how I plugged that in there? While it might have been a beautiful meal, the way I was serving it was so abusive.
Wow.
You know, my tone was harsh. Like I said, I was a very controlling man. And maybe before we log off, maybe I'll share an experience with you where God really broke control off of my life. And I've never gone back to trying to control anything. He's in total control. So I think for a father, one of the greatest attributes we can have is the love for our children. One of the reasons I say that, because as fathers, we really are called to mimic the love of Christ,
right?
The love of our Father. And if that's the case, then every interaction with our children should be an interaction of God's love at the same measure in which God loves us. Now, we may not necessarily make 100 because we're not God, but that doesn't mean we shouldn't be aiming towards that 100 in every interaction. And when we blow it, we acknowledge it and we say, hey, I need to clear this up and I need to get this straight, so that I can make that 100 mark at some point in the relationship with my son or my daughter. I think the final thing I would say to that question, if I had another one, would be consistency.
That's
consistency.
That's
I
good.
think consistency is a great attribute. It's probably one of the strongest attributes we can have, because sometimes we'll start well and then for some reason we drop off the planet, especially with fathers who may be co-parenting. Sometimes consistency can really be a booger. And not knowing that lack of consistency is, while that child might be expressing love in your midst and may never tell you how they feel, there could be a disconnect and there could be some kind of distrust building in the heart of that child towards that father, because we're not being consistent in their life. We're not showing up and being consistent in our encouragement, consistent in the commitments that we're making towards our children. And so I believe that consistency is another large attribute of a great father.
But I want to go back to the love.
Okay.
I want to go back to that, because it was something that you said that triggered this thought. We as fathers too can have the tendency to love our sons, our daughters, from a place of where we are at.
That's good.
That I feel, though, it is important that we love them from a place of where they're at. Why?
Yes,
okay,
sir.
what we may think is love, they may not be receiving it as love. So this is going back to where it's that we need to have these conversations as to understand where that child is, so that we can love them where they're at.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with you on that. Especially that piece that a lot of times it's like a marriage. You know, we will give our spouse what we want versus what they need.
Whatever they need, right?
That's So I'm doing this and I'm buying you shoes, or I'm doing this for you, or I'm taking you to the ball game, not stopping for a moment to realize or to discern, is this what my son wants? Is he playing sports because that's what I want him to do?
That's good.
Is she in dance recitals because that's what I want her to do? Mm-hmm. Or have I taken time to love them right where they are? And if they never go to sports, can I love them? If she never becomes a world star dancer, if they never make a B, can I love them for the C that has become their best?
Wow. If you enjoy what we do here on this channel on Father's Note, we would ask that you would subscribe, like, comment, and share. Until then, thank you. We'll see you in the next video.